This is the last episode.
I forgot to do a sound thing. It's been way too long. Hey guys. Hey, I'm back. We're back.
I didn't go anywhere. I was here.
You were here, but you were
2 weeks. I was sitting in this recording studio.
He was sitting in this professional recording
Sitting
studio.
in the booth.
Hi, we're here at Capitol Records. Hey,
According to Rockefeller Records in New York.
Hell yeah, dude.
Jay-Z's drinking a sparkling cider.
We're at Electric Lady.
Looking at us.
All right, so we're
Abbey Road.
This is the last episode podcast. My name is, and this is a podcast where we talk about nerd garbage. And
Where'd you go, Mr. Man?
I was on vacation in Florida, and
Fuck.
How
was he?
Oh, dude, so warm. Dude, I missed this fucking podcast. Yeah. I was on vacation in Florida and had a gale time. I went to Disney World. I went to Magic Kingdom. And
is that why you went to Florida?
Fucked my head. No, we were going to go see family either way.
You have family in Florida?
It happened to. Yeah. I have most of my mom's side of the family, like my grandma's side of the family, is out there.
Mm-hmm. Not your mom's side, your grandma's side.
Well, actually, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I guess my mom's side. So okay, so the Florida trip happened to land like right on my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Like we left Friday, and that Monday was my birthday.
Oh, okay.
So that Monday we went to Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
And my little Disney gay brain fucking exploded, dude. Like I've never been to Magic Kingdom. I did Animal Kingdom when I was a wee bab, but
how many things are there in Disney World? There's like 5, right?
5, I think. I think 5. I was Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood. And
why would you go to Florida to go to Hollywood? You live there.
Yeah. Fuck. So yeah. So I know Disneyland like the back of my goddamn brain.
Yeah, me and you both. You more than me, but we've seen that park a lot through our lives.
Yeah. I know Disneyland. I know all the secret. I know all the changes that has happened in the last like 15 years of like, oh, this door used to be here and it's not there anymore. Like I know that detail.
Or they like recolored the carts this year.
Yeah. And so going to Magic Kingdom for the first time fucked my brain so hard.
It was a new theme park.
Because
it was new Disney.
It's so different.
New Disney.
It's so much bigger.
Oh, it's a whole new.
It's so like everything. Like Main Street is wider.
Is it?
Tomorrowland fucked my brain.
Is it actually? Is Tomorrowland actually not garbage?
I like Tomorrowland.
Tomorrowland only has 2 good rides, but the theming is pretty garbage.
What are the 2 good rides?
It has Space Mountain
and Star
Wars.
What about Finding Nemo?
Fuck Finding Nemo.
What about Autopia?
Oh.
What about
the pseudo Dumbo ride they have? That sucks shit. It has like a 3-hour line all the time. Near Fantasyland.
Well, that's like on the little
but it's like right in front of Tomorrowland.
No, Tomorrowland's weird. So Tomorrowland and
what is it like in fucking Disney?
So Magic Kingdom
Disney World.
And Magic Kingdom, it's weird because it's okay. So here's the thing you have to know about how big Magic Kingdom is.
Yeah,
so
explain to me because I have never been.
Disney World is fucking massive. So remember Florida. So there's no mountains.
Florida.
Really. So there's no real mountains in Florida.
Flat swamps.
It's all flat swamps. Yeah. And so Disney owns like so much fucking land. And so you know how Disneyland kind of makes you like feel like you're in another world.
Yeah, they intentionally design it so you can't see like traffic in the freeways.
Yeah. But when you look closely, it's literally just like a green tarp with some brush.
Yeah.
There at Disney World, it's legitimately you are in the middle of nowhere. There are trees as far as you can see.
Really?
And the coolest thing is when you get to the parking lot, there's literally a goddamn lake that you have to cross. Via ferry or the monorail, but we did ferry to go in. It's literally like on an island. Like Magic Kingdom is literally like on an island.
It's like you're going to like theme park prison.
Dude, it's so fucking crazy.
That's weird.
I was like, this is so awesome. Like that alone, just like
the novelty of it all.
The scale of how big just getting to the park was like blew my mind. And then finally we got there. And then so Tomorrowland's kind of weird because the way the lands are set up, there's kind of like bridges to everything because everything's so much bigger. There's like a lot of like there's a whole river pretty much around. You know how once you pass Main Street, there's the circle area in the middle.
Yes.
So that whole area in the middle that connects all the lands, there's actually a lake or a river that goes.
So it's
around.
a literal hub world.
There's a literal hub world, and you have to go over a bridge to each land.
Right.
And so there's a bridge to go to Tomorrowland over water, and the whole entrance is different. Tomorrowland set up like a circle. They have the people movers there, which we went on, which was awesome.
I just always wanted to go on them.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was super janky, and I loved it.
Yeah, that's why I want to go on
a lot about Tomorrowland. There was super janky. I'll talk about Space Mountain in a second because that was weird.
Oh yeah, you have to tell me.
But so people moves in the middle, and then everything else is separate around it, and it feels a lot smaller. I don't know if it is or not, but I think it feels like it is. Like Tomorrowland at Disney World is actually, I think, smaller than Disneyland, but it's laid out, I think, better because it's just, oh, I want to go do things, go in a circle, and then everything's right there instead of having to go like straight.
Yeah, because then land is kind of like a weird, semi-thin and also widening out hall setting.
Yeah, it's weird. There's no Star Tours there.
Are they going to build one or no?
I think.
Will that be in like an Epcot or something?
No, I think they're. I don't know if they. I don't even know if they have a Star Tours at all there. Maybe they're going to put it in Galaxy's Edge. If they don't have it at all, I'm sure they'll put it at Disney World's version of Galaxy's Edge.
Okay.
Which I won't talk about Galaxy's Edge, by the way, guys. If you guys care about Disneyland, because I haven't been yet, I won't go until it's like open for the real public. Because fuck paying extra tickets.
How much is it, by the way, for that kind of shit?
I don't know, but
is it like
it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter because you can only go for 2 hours.
Yeah, and then you kick everyone out. Stuff and then you leave, right?
Yeah, which is like, I don't care how much money it is. That is atrocious. If it was free and we had to go for 2 hours and then leave, I'd be like, no, I'm gonna wait. Yeah. Because that's like one ride maybe.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
Because I know people did that when they redid the Tower of Terror to be Guardians.
Yeah.
People did that. And I'm like, you paid that? You paid how much?
Yeah.
It's like shit.
So Space Mountain is fucking crazy because it's kind of like, it reminds me of what Space Mountain used to be before they did the remodel. I think that's probably because it is.
Yes, I think that's
the line, by the way, is weird.
Like the way they format it, or
so you go on. So you know how our Space Mountain, there's like you go up the stairs and then you kind of
do like a ramp and you kind of like
do a U-turn and then you go down
inside.
And then the whole line is kind of a winding circular until you're in
like the spaceport.
Until you're in the giant room with the spaceship.
Yeah.
It's not like that at all. It's literally you walk up, there's the line, you go in, you're now inside of the line. There's no stairs or anything, and it's literally just a straight line into the ride.
Inside?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I have a picture.
That's like
I just want to show you personally.
That's like a Six Flags style. Just like, oh no, you're in the line inside.
Yeah. I want to show you a picture for you personally, even though the podcast listeners can't see this. If you care about this, look it up. If you don't, I'm sorry.
There's videos on the YouTube.
Do I have a picture? I don't know. Chris has it. Never mind. I don't have it, but it's weird. It's just a long straight line. Haunted Mansion. So Haunted Mansion is cool.
I've never been in any Haunted Mansion.
Okay.
And I resent that. I wish I could go.
Their Haunted Mansion is better.
I've heard that.
So there is no New Orleans Square in Disney World. There is Liberty Square.
Bummer.
Well,
actually, no. How do you feel about that? Because I love New Orleans.
Having the difference.
I love New Orleans theming more than just America, dude.
Exactly. I like New Orleans Square more
because the jazz, man.
That being said, Liberty Square, I like the way they designed it because we were walking and we're just walking out of, I don't know, we're just walking around and randomly in the windows we see this. I'm gonna show you and you react.
Oh, right. They have that shit there. Yeah. Hell yeah. I would have marked out.
A goddamn random Muppet show just happened.
I would have marked out. I love the Muppets.
Dude, it was the goddamn.
Shout out to Defunctland's current 3-part, almost gonna be an hour-and-a-half documentary series on Jim Henson and Muppets. It's fucking awesome.
Hell yeah, dude.
The Muppets are the shit.
So yeah.
That was rad. Could you hear them like talking?
Yeah. It was a legit show. It was a legit sideshow that happened. And I was like, that's the shit. This is awesome. There's just little details like that I really liked. Haunted Mansion was crazy. It's completely different, lot better. Apparently Disney World's version of Pirates is worse. We didn't do that.
I've heard that from many people. But you heard about the mini controversy of like them changing the ride, right?
No, I don't
know. Getting rid of the human trafficking stuff in Pirates.
Yeah.
Was that gone from it?
I don't know. I didn't go on it. You didn't
go on it at all?
I didn't go on it at all.
Because I never liked Pirates.
Yeah. Pirates is whatever.
I get the novelty of like it's a really old ride and it's a lot of craft and care into it, but it smells like beans.
It's fun.
It's all right, but it's like I'm too old to be like have like, oh, look at the cool statues.
Yeah.
If I want that, I go in Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, when you haven't even done so.
Because every time I want to go, it's either closed or it's the shitty version of like Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm like, I don't want to see that shit. I want to see
I love the Nightmare Before Christmas.
No, because I want to see the real one first.
Yeah, fair.
That's why. And every time I want to go see the real one, it's either like a 5-hour wait or it's down for maintenance.
Yay, back to Pro Tools.
Is Haunted Mansion not the oldest ride at Disneyland right now still?
I don't know.
It's one of the oldest. Yeah, it's still there.
It's one of the originals.
I know Walt was designing it and then he died and then they finished it after he died.
We'll
help him design it. So, he can do it by himself.
So yeah, the version of Haunted Mansion was way different. Like the building itself is completely different. Like our Haunted Mansion is like white. It's like when I imagine a mansion, I think of like a white building that's kind of square looking. Yeah. There, it's like
we don't know engineering and architecture terms, but
yeah, I don't know. But there is kind of
think of what the guy who in Princess and the Frog, what her dad lives in.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that style.
But at Disney World, it's like a brick.
Oh, like brick style mansion?
Bricks, and it's all like pointy looking. I don't know. It's way different. It's way different. I have pictures, but whatever. It's better, I think. Here's a small thing that I thought was awesome in Frontierland. A thing I liked a lot. So at Disneyland, we have the Golden Horseshoe, which is a restaurant. We crashed again. So yeah, in Frontierland at Disneyland, we have a building called the Golden Horseshoe. It's a restaurant type thing that's in the style of old.
That's a saloon one, right?
Yeah, it's a saloon type thing.
I've never actually gone in there for too long.
And there used to be a show, Billy Hill and the Hillbillies, which was awesome, but they don't have that anymore. And it was kind of a really the lighting was super dim, and it felt like you were in a legit saloon. It was cool. At Disney World, there is the Diamond Horseshoe, and it's literally the same type of building, but it's slightly bigger.
But they hit you with breakaway chairs, like at the Western.
No, there's a self-playing piano in the middle that has multiple instruments. Also, not just it's the big self-playing, not just piano. It's also there's drums in there and stuff, and it's all self-playing.
Neat.
And then also it's bright in there, it's all white and stuff, which I appreciate. That difference pretty much solidifies kind of how Disney World compares to Disneyland, where it's
they want to make the Mario to the Luigi and vice versa.
Yeah, exactly.
They're different enough, but they're not too different.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's it'll make it worth the trip if you've seen both.
Exactly. Because everyone kept telling me no, you got to go to Epcot. You got to go to Epcot. You got to go to Epcot. I was I will go to Epcot.
I'd love to go to Epcot.
Yeah, same.
Just to see because of just all the history of Epcot.
I'll go
alone.
next time. But I need to see the differences because I have a feeling it'll blow my mind, and it did. All right, I talked about Disney for way too long in this goddamn intro. I didn't mean to do that.
How hot was it, by the way, in Florida?
Actually, okay, so it was pretty hot most of the time, but it wasn't that bad.
Did you put on your sunscreen like a good lad?
A little bit, not too much. I didn't really. I don't.
I
have dark brown skin. It doesn't really.
That doesn't mean anything.
No,
that's a farce and medical myth.
I know.
God
well,
damn it!
All it means,
I care about your skin, homie.
All it means is I don't sunburn. I can still get skin cancer.
Yeah, that doesn't mean your skin isn't burning at the fucking cells.
Molecular level. I know. We did the beach and it was cool. We did a lot of stuff and it was fun. Family was cool. Whatever. I want to talk about comic book that I read while I was out there. I saw an Instagram post by someone that I follow, and I don't remember who, but they were saying, I think it was Maud Garrett. She was saying that she just finished reading Batman comic White Knight. Now I keep wanting to say The White Knight, but it's not. It's just Batman White Knight. And apparently it's a comic. It was a comic series that just ended last year. It's a 8-issue volume, written by Sean Murphy, who made, what was the other thing?
Oh,
Punk Rock.
Yeah,
Jesus?
we looked it up. It was fucking
Punk Rock Jesus.
Punk Rock Jesus, which is what I heard that he's done. That seems to be pretty popular.
And so I haven't read a Batman comic in a good time, a minute. It's been a minute. And
there's no shortage of them, but it's
totally. But I've been reading a lot of in the last couple of years. I'm mostly reading Marvel stuff. I've just been reading old Doctor Strange and other whatever.
There's a lot of Marvel comics and DC comics. There's lots of comics to go catch up on.
There
always is.
I was reading Saga. I was reading Descender. There's so many comics out there.
Yeah.
Marine Wars. Cody Cambria is one. I'm a comic book reader. Hey guys, I'm a gamer.
And I game. I'm a game.
I'm a game. And so I looked it up, Batman White Knight, and the premise instantly got me. So the premise is it's a slightly alternate universe from the other Batman stories, but it takes place kind of where Batman's has been doing this for a couple, maybe 20 years. It's kind of old man Batman, but not too old Batman. And what's it called? It's pretty much post. It's post the Jason thing. If you guys read Under the Red Hood or the Red Hood comics or watched Under the Red Hood, whatever. It takes place in that period where the thing happens to Jason and then the comic happens. But there's no Red Hood yet. And maybe we'll see it later, but there's no Red Hood in this world as of now. And so the premise is Batman is going off the deep end because Alfred is dying and he's freaking out and
because that's his dad.
That's his dad pretty much. And so he's getting more and more violent. And the Joker finds these pills and Batman and Joker fight pretty much. And Batman forces Joker to take these pills that he didn't even know what they were. I don't know, maybe he thought he was just going to kill the Joker or something like that. He was just freaking out. He just saw a bunch of pills, shoved them down Joker's mouth, and Joker gets arrested, and the pills cure him from his insanity. And Joker becomes just it's actually the name that they chose is Jack Napier, which is the name I think that they referenced in one of the 90s or the 90s Batman. What's the
animated series?
No. I think it's the Michael Keaton Batman or something, or whatever. There's a
It's one of those movies.
It's one of those movies that it didn't. The name Jack Napier is not like the original Joker's name, but whatever. That's the one that they chose. So Jack Napier becomes kind of a good guy type of thing, and he tries to defeat Batman by becoming a politician and doing real world shit. Like, so
kind of pulling like a Two-Face, but not being an antagonist.
Exactly. It was really that premise alone was really interesting. It was like Joker becoming good and trying to destroy Batman by way of the government. It's
by politicking him out of his vigilante work.
It's super fascinating, and there are some moments that I thought were dumb that you will hate. Are
they comic book shit, or are they just like weird writing?
So they try to make it real life, like modern real life type stuff, and there's the reoccurring segment. There's a recurring thing in the comics that talk like it's like a Fox News anchor talking to like a CNN anchor.
Generic conservative.
Exactly, and literally, the conservative guy talks about like the damn SJWs and he says it when there's like no reference to like social justice at all. It's just he just says the word, and it's like I know why you're doing it. Bad.
It's like a pseudo parody.
Whatever. Yeah. That kind of stuff frustrated me. But
I can let some of the stuff slip by.
Exactly. It did.
I read I read modern Marvel comics. I've let a lot of that stuff slip by, or just ignore them.
I don't even do that. What's it called? I think it only happened like 3 times. But overall, I've just finished volume 1.
It won't ruin the whole fucking pop.
No, not
by
at all.
Like a bad piece of veggie.
So I just finished volume 1. It is at this point. It's not done because volume 2 starts in July. But as of what I read, it is becoming one of my favorite Batman stories ever.
Damn.
Yeah. It's up there with Killing Joke. It's up there with the Arkham games. Like, which Arkham games kind of I think are my favorite story for Batman. I know
like those huge that arc of it.
Yeah.
Have you read the Arkham comics?
Arkham
Asylum like comics?
I have not actually.
They're different.
Yeah.
Because they have to be not games.
Totally. But no, the Arkham games I fucking love. Like I love that story so much.
I should just look at that story. So I don't want to play those games.
Fair.
Because there's too many, and I got bored of the first game.
That's fine. If you don't like the game,
that's a bummer. Because those are good games. Even the ones that are not that great are good games. I just don't care for that type of game.
It's a loop that if you don't care for it, it just won't work.
It's the combat.
It needs a click. It needs a click.
That combat.
Totally.
It was fun for an hour, and I was like,
the super floaty jumps and kicks, whatever.
Yeah.
If it don't get better throughout the series.
No, because when it's not fair.
Arguably get worse because Arkham Origins is like legitimately the worst.
Mm-hmm. Is that the one that has like?
That's the one with
Deadshot in it?
No. That's the one with Black Mask.
Black Mask, yeah, not Deadshot.
I think Deadshot's in there too. I didn't finish it, so I have no idea. But yeah. White Knight. If you guys are interested in reading comics right now and you're looking for a comic book to read, I highly, highly recommend reading Batman White Knight. It is fucking awesome. It's legitimately one of my favorite Batman stories ever.
Is it called White Knight? As in, like he might like. You think Joker might call himself the White Knight?
I don't think they ever say White Knight in the story.
You suspect that he might take up a vigilante mantle and become the White Knight?
So
because what did Batman call himself?
I can't spoil. I don't think they say Dark Knight either. But
that's like because we know that's what Batman's called.
Yeah.
That's like that might be the point of it. That could be cool.
That's the thing about this comic.
Joker's vigilante could be neat.
Here's the thing. I can't spoil because it'll spoil. I can't talk about it too much because it'll spoil how it
potential
ends.
Setup.
Because remember, I thought that as I was reading it, I thought when I finished, I was like, cool, this was awesome. And then I looked it up. There's more coming out. I didn't know that. I thought the ending was just the ending.
Oh, I got you. Okay, yeah.
So I watched I looked at the preview, which is no dialogue. Captions. It was just the art, like the first 6 pages and just artwork. Mm-hmm. It looks cool. I'm interested in see where the story goes from here.
Solomon Grundy shows up,
but this first volume alone is fine. Like if there was nothing after this, if it was just these 8 issues, it would be just fine. Like,
it'd be really fun.
I have no like desire other than I have no just like wish to like man, I wish there was more. Other than man, this was really good. I wish there was more. It's not like the story ended really well.
It's really satisfying.
Super satisfying ending. So if you guys want to just read just this first volume, I'd recommend that. If you want to read more, like I said, I think July 28th is when the first issue of volume 2
Did you read it through like the comic book app that exists out there? Or did you like buy like a physical copy?
I have the internet. I read it online. I supported no one.
Someone who loves it sounds like you should maybe throw some pennies their way.
Oh, totally. I mean, that's why I'm talking about it. So that's why I want to talk about it so much because I'm just like, okay, I didn't buy it, so everyone go buy it because I didn't. But do it. And at least I can share how awesome it is, and hopefully other people read it. I can see this becoming the next DC animated Batman because we haven't had one since
movie
Killing Joke.
or I said series.
Yeah,
series.
Movie. Because the last one we had was Killing Joke, and that was a bad.
Was that really the last one?
Yeah, the last Batman animated.
They didn't have any like shit to DVD ones or anything like that?
I don't think so. I think the last one
was
They
have
Joke.
one like every year.
They used to, but I think Killing Joke was kind of the last one. I think. I'm not 100% sure. The last one that I remember. Either way, I can see this story being the next one because it's original enough and it's compelling enough and it's definitely it treats the audience as if you know what Batman is, you know his deal. We don't have to do his origin story. We don't have to do anything. It's just it's Batman, it's Joker. You know who they are. Let's do a new story now. Which I really appreciate. It treats the audience that they're not dumb, which I fucking love in comic books.
It's hard to do though, considering comics are like the whole thing of like you can start at this one,
exactly,
but not really. But sometimes yes.
Yeah. So because that's the thing about this one, you can't if you haven't read or watched Killing Joke, read Killing. Don't watch Killing Joke. If you haven't read Killing Joke or watched Under the Red Hood, this one
you lose some context.
You will,
but some potential context.
You totally still can't. You can still get through it, and it'll still be just as good. And they explain some of the stuff, like they explain the origin of what Joker is. Anyway, they explain what happened.
Is it okay? Is it the same? I don't want to talk about it since people may. So I'm not read Killing Joke at all. Is it the same setup from Killing Joke? With how Joker becomes Joker.
No,
it's not the exact same, or it's like
no.
It's completely different.
It's he was a comedian and he loses his mind, and
so it's not the family setup.
No,
from Killing Joke.
No, but that's why I'm saying like Killing Joke is nice to know beforehand because it gets the dynamic between the Batman and Joker because obviously
as people, not as just
exactly. Yeah. The best dynamic ever between Batman and Joker is done in Killing Joke. This one expands on that
idea of like them being human beings,
and needing each other, and that the dynamic between like the hero villain being the same thing, which is totally a trope now that everyone's kind of trying to copy, but.
It's as old as Asian storytelling. It's yin and yang shit.
Exactly,
it's not a new cliche.
No.
It's just it's been hard to tell if people are telling it the same way.
Yeah. Then I think Killing Joke has done it maybe the best.
Yeah. You wrote a good story if everyone copies how you told your story.
Yeah.
No matter what genre it is.
Okay, so I don't want to like talk only about stuff, but there's a couple of things that I just want to get through, even though we're like 22 minutes in already. Yeah. I want to talk about Call of Duty Mobile real quick.
What the fuck is that?
Okay, so
Explain.
Okay, so Call of Duty
yourself
Mobile,
to the court.
So Tencent, the company that has ported
who owns everything.
Yeah, they ported over. Well, the main thing is PUBG Mobile. They made that. They have teamed up with Activision to make a video game called Call of Duty Mobile. It is a phone, free-to-play game that is pretty much just Call of Duty, but it's not. And the way it's a multiplayer battle royale and zombies in one. And the way it works, pretty much, it's literally just like a normal Call of Duty game. It feels like when you play the game, it legitimately feels like Modern Warfare 2. Like the graphics look like Modern Warfare 2 graphics, and it feels like I'm playing old school COD again. Actually, what's it called? This morning and the other day too, I was playing Call of Duty on my phone while watching PKA, and it like brought me right back to like 2011. I was like, this is boots on the ground, like Call of Duty that I like. It's balanced relatively well. It's slow enough, but fast. It's slow enough to feel like like the right kind of Call of Duty, but fast enough to kind of work for the mobile landscape. I think it's a little too fast. Like Team Deathmatch only takes 40 kills to win, which I think is a little too fast. I think they should raise it to like 45 or 50. But for the most, like there's a little bit of nitpicks that I have with the game to like flesh it out a little bit. Like the controls are a little janky, but for the most part they're pretty good. There's no there's no option for inverting the look, like the aiming, which is like I don't use inversion. But
that's like kind of like a built-in.
That's like 20% of the Call of Duty base that uses inversion. Like, fucking put that in. And the game is technically in closed beta only in India right now. So if you want to play this game right now, it's kind of a mess. You have to find the APK and the OBB files, get a VPN, and connect to the India servers. It's a pain, but it works, and it works really well. I've had like almost no issues.
I'm surprised it didn't like get started in Australia first. Well, it's a beta test, but a lot of like new mobile games launch in like Australia first.
Yeah, I know India is a weird one.
That's how I found out.
I think the reason they
do you remember the Nightmare announcement of the Funko Pop Gears game?
No. Oh yes,
that's out already.
Oh really?
In Australia.
Oh weird.
It's just like a weird like a Clash of Clans or I think Clash Royale.
The reason they did it,
but that exists, and I didn't know about it.
I think the reason they're starting with India because I don't know how well we'll talk about the mobile landscape in a second, but I don't know how much you know about mobile phones. But India is one of the biggest markets for phones. Like it's
India and China, right? Or like
India. Yeah. Like they fucking love cell phones over there. Like, and so and they love like the weird phones, like the gaming phones and stuff like that. Like those all like are like like really popular in India, or like those weird like the Asus ROG.
Because consoles didn't really break through in the same way.
No, so the mobile gaming is a huge thing in India apparently, and so that's why they wanted to start there because there's already the market for it. So they wanted to see from them how it would work. But again, VPNs work, so there's whatever. The game is fun.
The game is fun.
There's no release date or anything. Like we don't know when it's coming live, but I'm signed up for the US beta whenever that happens, so I'll get it when it comes out.
Speaking of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, boots on the ground.
Yeah. So, real quick, I just want to two more things. So, or I guess one more thing. There's regular multiplayer, like 5v5 multiplayer, not 66, but there's also battle royale, and it works like fucking well, like really, really well.
Is it the same map from Black Ops 4?
No. So that's the thing. So it's its own Blackout map with the same same mechanics. It kind of feels like PUBG.
Wait, do they call it Blackout in the mobile?
No, I think they just call it battle royale, which whatever, who cares? I literally couldn't care less about what it's called. But it would be funny if it was called Blackout.
That's why I'm like, why would they call it Blackout?
No. It feels a lot like PUBG Mobile if anyone's ever played that, which is not a bad thing because PUBG Mobile actually
it controls pretty well for what it is.
Pretty well. Like it has
I fucked with it on like an iPad. And I was like, oh, this is all right.
Yeah, it has you walk over ammo and it automatically picks up. It walks over stuff and it automatically will pick up and equip the best stuff for you. Like it knows that oh, you probably want the FMJ attachment. I'll just put it on your gun for you. You don't have to do it. Like cool. Little things like that on mobile are fucking huge plus. Yeah. Also, another thing that I really love is that the custom, I was saying the controls need some work. Like there needs to be double tapped anywhere on the right screen to aim. Like little things like that I need for FPS on mobile.
Like potential shortcuts for people.
That being said, the control customization is fucking perfect. It is how every mobile game should be. Like any game in general. Like that's literally there's a whole customized screen where you can move all of the icons, all of them, wherever you want, and you can resize all of them.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's and there's a million sensitivity options for a sensitivity while you're just looking around, and sensitivity while you're aiming, and sensitivity specifically for snipers. So it's 3 separate sensitivities, and there's gyro. The gyros doesn't really work. By don't work, I mean it literally won't work. I have it on, and it just sometimes won't work. But when it does work, it works really well. So it is. When this game comes out, I will see this game being very, very huge in a very good way. I am actually looking forward to a mobile game for once in my life.
Well, it's free to play, right?
It's free to play, and there's no egregious microtransactions. It's there.
What is it in this game?
It's COD points and stuff like that, but it's.
Well, what do the COD points do?
Tier. What's it called? Progress through your tier, pretty much. Because there's.
So there's an all. Is it going to be a seasonal tier of junk?
Yeah, the seasonal tier for costumes, skins, paint. And technically weapons, but the weapons, it's a weapons specifically assigned to certain types of camos. You can get this gun with this camo on this tier,
right?
But there's also normal progression. You cannot use COD points at all, and it will feel like a normal Call of Duty, like Modern Warfare 2. It's just
getting your attachments.
I'm level 15 now. I unlock the AKU.
Right.
And the weird thing too, the way this game, the maps. The maps are all maps from Black Ops 1 and 2 and from Modern Warfare 1 and 2. There's 8 maps, I think. And there's firing range, Nuketown, and Crash, and also what's it called?
You bring fucking Rust back?
No, Rust isn't there, but they have what's the not Shipment, but the one that's like Shipment that was on Modern Warfare. The DLC one that was on Modern Warfare 1. That was a long. I think they changed it later to be a paintball map in Black Ops 2, I think. But yeah, it's weird. There's maps in Black Ops 2 and 1, and there's guns. There's so many fucking guns in this game. There's guns from all the types of calls, from Black Ops 1.
Even
2.
The future shit?
There's no future shit, but there's guns from Black Ops 1 and 2 and from Modern Warfare 1 and 2. And also some guns from COD Online. COD Online was the Chinese version of Call of Duty.
Is that the free to play one?
I think it's also free to play. Yeah, Chinese Call of Duty Online, which is the one that has the robot zombies because blood doesn't exist in China.
It's because of dead bodies.
Yeah,
that's the Chinese thing.
Yeah.
You can't show that kind of stuff, so they do they're robots, or they don't put skeletons. It's a thing they have in China.
Yeah.
Very odd.
It's that's a weird thing. There's guns from COD Online in this game.
Well, because it's made for that market.
Yeah.
So hey, it's new to you. So fuck it. It's new.
It's cool. There's a lot of content. People are joking I've been on the Call of Duty Online or Call of Duty Mobile subreddit because that exists.
Of course it does.
Of course it does. And the joke pretty much that everyone agrees with is when a free to play mobile game that's in closed beta has more content than Black Ops 4, there's a problem. because it actually does.
Well, because they gave them time to make this shit.
Yeah, it legitimately
They didn't say, hey, battle royales are popular, gut everything else and do this.
Yeah, I'm having more fun on this game than I am on Black Ops 4, which is a shame.
Sad, all caps.
Big sad. All right, Call of Duty, real quick. Modern Warfare.
Another big sad. Holy shit, I don't care about Call of Duty anymore after this.
No, dude. Black Ops 4 burned me out, but this is...
Burned out a lot of people who came back, by the way.
So, popular video game maker Sledgehammer Games are dead now.
Are they?
Well, so there's a couple things. So this year we were getting an Infinity Ward Call of Duty. The rumor was that it was going to be Modern Warfare 4, but
it's dumber than that.
Leaks have come out and leaks that I believe because it's people who have always leaked Call of Duty shit and are always right. This game is called Call of Duty Modern Warfare,
not to be confused with Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
Which is also not to be confused with Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Remastered.
Fuck.
Because remember, that exists.
It does.
And I own it.
Yeah, same.
What the fuck are they? They really are out of ideas, huh?
Yeah, Call of Duty's dead.
They really are out of ideas. They can't Far Cry Primal this shit.
It's real bad. And then also, next year...
Are we getting Ghost back? Is that what's going to bring the series back from the dead?
I want Ghost remastered. So next year, we were supposed to get a Sledgehammer Games game. The Sledgehammer Games. I hate when gaming companies are called like whatever
something games.
Yeah, whatever. But nope, they're not doing it. Instead, last minute, Treyarch is pulling up the mantle to fucking do it. Which means, hey, look, remember how Black Ops 4 sucked because it was rushed because they gutted the first year of development and had to add in Battle Royale garbage? Well, guess what? They have to gut this last year of development to do another game. So fuck 3-year cycles, I guess, and fuck like this trying to make games as good as you can while taking your time. It's like, nah, just you could do it. You only need like 2 years, a year and a half.
Fuck, I forgot about the comment somebody made. I forget what website I saw this news thing on where it's like, I want Call of Duty post Modern Warfare.
Oh, I want it.
Well, did the leaks that you saw like to confirm that it was going to be Treyarch for Modern Warfare? Because I didn't when I saw
it's Infinity Ward for Modern Warfare this year.
That's what I saw. Yeah.
Infinity Ward for this year. Next year was supposed to be Sledgehammer
That's
Games,
why,
and
like,
it's not. It's going to be
confusing.
Black Ops, which is so weird because you would think they would like. Treyarch just had a really bad year, and they're still going through
publicity-wise, yeah. Sales it sold like Call of Duty.
It's sold like Call of Duty, but worse than it's the Apple problem, where every year it's still winning all the records, but it's not winning their own
diminishing
records.
Returns for the company.
Yeah, exactly. But this has been the worst. Like legit, like, God, it's real bad. There's still no factions and zombies, dude. Like that was announced literally a year ago. Like I think what is it in June? I think is when they announced Black Ops 4, and in that announcement they said zombies will have factions. It will have it on launch, and fucking it's almost a year later since them announcing this game existing.
Did they say what those were even gonna do?
Huh?
Did they say what those factions were even going to do?
No, they just said factions are going to exist. It's going to be 4, or no, they said the names of them. They said there was going to be 4 different factions, and there were going to be like different events for like normal whatever like types like these kinds.
So that's never coming in then. It's too late.
No, it is. Actually, we just saw there's an update.
No, I mean too late to matter anymore.
No, here's the thing.
For people who played it on launch.
Here's the thing. There's an update, I guess. The latest Black Ops 4 update, I guess in the code, there are icons for what look like the faction logos. So probably in the maybe in the next
almost a full year.
Once it comes out, it'll be a year. It'll be over a year since the announcement of this game. So fuck Black Ops 4, fuck Treyarch, fuck Call of Duty. Get Call of Duty Mobile. It's the best Call of Duty game out right now.
That's depressing.
It's so depressing.
You understand hearing yourself say that even a year ago, you'd have wanted to commit die.
Yeah, dude, I am a huge Call of Duty fan.
And you're not a mobile gamer. You're a portable gamer.
No, I'm a portable gamer for sure. But
you've dabbled in mobile games. You like them for years.
Yeah, well,
because you're on Android. You've played mobile games forever.
I've always like looked at like Gameloft, like the modern combat games, and like the Nova games, like because I wanted Call of Duty on my phone, and I never got it because it never happened. And then now it's happening.
But they put them on the Vita.
Yeah,
hey, Black Ops Declassified is not half bad.
It is half bad. It's half bad.
It's not half bad. It's like 65% bad.
It's not half good.
The multiplayer is all right.
That's all that is.
It's all right.
And it's fine. It's like 4v4 and it's so fucking
the
slow.
best shooter on that console is still the fucking Killzone game.
Yeah, which is actually still good.
So less people on it.
Yeah. Fuck Call of Duty. All right, so let's move on to something else.
Now you're on my side of the fence.
Yeah.
Go died Black Ops 1.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I have a quick thing that I just remembered.
Yeah.
Remember Dead Island?
Oh, fuck. Dead Island 2 is finally happening, maybe.
Yeah, finally happening, maybe.
Yeah.
Which is fucking crazy, because I forgot about Dead Island 2. When I made the joke about last year with my friends, I'm like, hey guys, remember Dead Island 2? Like, what was Dead Island?
Dude.
They announced that? Yeah, they did. Okay, and I found out about it. They announced something like, what, fucking 4 years ago?
So remember
at E3 2014, Aaron Paul was in that bitch too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, okay, so remember there was like a teaser trailer that they announced.
Live action, it was filmed here in California on the fucking Huntington Beach.
So when I went to school at LA Film School, we had a project that involved that teaser trailer. And I remember then I was like,
what?
Oh yeah, Dead Island 2. I forgot they announced this like a year ago.
This was just like to recreate.
It was to put in your own sounds and put in your own.
That's fucking crazy. That I did not know that. That's really funny that I brought this up.
Oh yeah, I forgot they announced Dead Island 2 like a year and a half ago. I wonder what happened to that game.
Yeah, it was out in 2014. I think it was rumored to be like, Aaron Paul and Jack Black were going to be involved in it or something.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of when like a bunch of things went to shit. And apparently THQ Nordic was like, yeah, that thing might be shown this year.
Oh my God.
But it's like the game that we wanted from Dead Island kind of already exists with what's that fucking series? Dying Light.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of what we wanted.
Oh yeah, Dying Light is what I wanted with. That's what I wanted.
And Dying Light 2 is what I actually wanted. Where it's like, oh no, it's that gameplay, but with a good story,
in a world that that matters.
Being able to parkour with zombies was always a good idea.
Yeah, it
was just not great in Dead Island 1.
And they succeeded at making zombies actually terrifying.
Yeah, because
at night,
the nighttime shit really worked.
It's legitimately terrifying
because it was like, oh, the sun's setting. I either have to get on the rooftops or I'm already dead.
Yep.
I was dead yesterday.
Yep.
It was a fun mechanic, which they're bringing back because it was a great idea.
But yeah, so Dead Island 2.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, guys, remember fucking Dead Island 2? God damn.
God.
All I remember Dead Island 1 for was how janky that game was.
Yeah.
The multiplayer was really funny to look at because the models were animated really badly. And that the black guy had a really bad rap song for the credits. He did. His song, Hoodoo You Voodoo Bitch, is still like classic in my eyes. Not as good as the Coltrane rap from Gears of War 2, but it's up there of like, wow, we really make this kind of dumb shit in games, huh?
The last good game.
Someone was like, no, this is cool. Put this in the game.
The last good video game rap was a DK rap.
That's a fat line, you know it.
DK.
I'm still heated. I was playing Smash legit yesterday with a friend, and I was like,
Kong is here.
I hate they don't have the original version of that DK rap in Smash.
Is it not?
No, it's the remix from Melee.
Oh.
They never put the actual OG one in, which is the good one because it sucks.
Yeah.
Because I need to hear walnuts, peanuts, pineapple smells. I need those hot bars to be in the fucking game, and they're not.
I still think my favorite Billie Eilish bad guy meme is the one that goes into the DK rap.
Oh yeah, that's the one I saw. Like, yeah, that's actually pretty funny.
That is the best one.
Because I have a DK64. I don't think I like that game very much at all. Still, I love the idea of that game, but like, it's kind of flawed
a little bit.
But I love the music and the DK rap so
much. Like communism. All right, so.
Did they rap in the Soviet Union?
Yeah, man. Do you not see Gorbachev? Gorbachev
invented hip hop.
Yeah,
forget James Brown. Why are you clapping like a fucking monkey with cymbals? That's not a racism joke.
We're talking about Donkey Kong.
What? Are you actually talking about Donkey Kong? What's happening?
No. I was talking about the fucking Soviet Union. Chernobyl.
Oh, okay. I need to watch that.
Chernobyl is fucking lit as shit.
I need to watch it.
It's someone
said,
good.
Someone say, it's about Chernobyl. All right, I'm already at 3,000% down. Yeah. And they said, oh, you might not like it. It has body horror. Oh, I'm 5,000% down. I was there yesterday.
Dude, it's so terrible. The funniest,
I've heard it's really good.
It's legitimately, oh my God.
So is it, I know because be vague on it because I want to see it.
Oh, yeah.
Is it based on real Chernobyl events and then goes weird?
Nope.
Okay, what is it?
It's real Chernobyl. You know how the trailer.
That's all I need to know.
So yeah, you know how
I'm happy with either.
So you know how the trailers make it look like it's gonna get weird.
That's why.
The reason it looks like that is because the show is terrifying. They
film it that way.
They make the Chernobyl event seem
as scary as it really was.
Yeah, as scary as it really was.
People need to watch shit on Chernobyl after this show. Like
I actually recommend don't look up Chernobyl if you don't know.
If you're not aware of,
if you don't know this, if you at least know, if you're not aware of the specifics of Chernobyl, looking up like how they fixed it.
Oh, that's a different. Yeah,
will actually spoil the show.
It's not. Yeah, because it's not over.
Yeah, exactly. So the last update with it like 2 years ago or something.
Yeah,
or 3 years ago, 2015.
Because I wonder if they'll get into it. But you and me know about they're still working on the problem, and one of their solutions is not permanent, and if that solution doesn't work anymore, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Not just, I mean, the planets.
Yes, the ecosystem of the planet. Like
if they don't have a solution to that by the time that solution doesn't work anymore.
Eastern Europe is fucked. and America is fucked in terms of like
we're close enough.
We're close enough. Well, whatever. We our grandbabies might get cancer one day.
It's a nightmare scenario.
It's a nightmare.
That means that's bad for all human beings going forward.
Yeah,
if we can't fix the problem.
Speaking of HBO, can we talk about? I'll talk about Game at the end. I'll save it for the end.
I don't got dick to say.
Yeah. I'll save it for the end. Sonic.
Oh yeah. So remember how I was afraid? I don't know if I talked about it. I was afraid of them crunching the animators and not paying them.
Well, that was totally true.
They're still gonna do it. They're just gonna push the release date back because I don't know if you saw when we talked about it, conspiracy theories that people are throwing out of like, wait, they made a bad trailer on purpose to get buzz for the Sonic movie.
Yeah.
Which I believed for like half a second, and then I went, no. What are you, stupid? Do you not know how Hollywood works? Yeah. They wouldn't spend this money for that. There's too much CG in that fucking trailer to like have it not be like a fake trailer.
HBO did that.
But for movies, studios don't do that.
Yeah, no.
TV, maybe.
Yeah.
Fucking Hollywood, never.
No. Yeah, so Sonic's getting delayed.
All the way up to 2020. February 14th, 2020. Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, baby.
What if we kissed at the Sonic premiere?
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
It's the only good meme to come out of this bullshit.
Dude,
they're delaying it to put Roche's fat titties in the movie.
I don't want this movie, but I also need
None of us wanted this movie.
It's weird.
You're a bigger Sonic fan than me. You don't want this fucking movie.
I don't want it, but also I need it.
All they have to do is re-air this 1990-something Sonic OVA again.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it?
It did.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
it's not good, but it's fun.
It's as good
as Sonic shows up and it's hype as shit.
You know what else was fun as a child?
Sonic X.
Sonic X.
That anime is weird.
Gotta go faster.
It's like weirdly serious, like the Kirby anime.
Wow. The theme song still holds up. The theme song is as good as any other Sonic song, by the way.
Some of those 4Kids opening song dubs are pretty all right.
Yeah.
The Olympus one is infamously bad that people still love it, including me.
Oh really?
Because it's a rap.
Oh, cool.
That's why it's really funny.
Yeah, I remember.
Yo ho ho, gotta bite a gum gum. It's the funniest shit in the planet to me. But it's like
screaming.
But like legit, I love the dub 4Kids versions for Ultimate Muscle and Kirby Right Back At Ya.
I don't know.
Those dub openings are incredible.
Oh yeah.
It's like a jazz like big band number for the Kirby. I'll show it to you after, but it's like fucking awesome.
All right, I'm curious about some Sony and Microsoft garbage that's happening.
Yeah, World collided and puppies and dogs are getting together. Sony and Microsoft.
Stop.
Is that against
your brain? Your words put an image in my brain that I have to share so I can put that image in your brain.
Okay.
You remember the hit Disney movie that I don't remember the name of that involved cats and dogs being spies?
Cats versus dogs.
Cats versus dogs.
Yep. They made 2 of those, I think.
Did they make 2?
I think they made 2.
Oh my god! All right.
And get it because in Inspector Gadget, he always had a white evil cat. Well, in this movie, the villain is the cat, and he's the white cat.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, you put that image in my brain, so I had to give it back.
Talk about Wendy Wu, Homecoming Warrior.
All right, anyway, so
fucking Disney TV movies.
So Sony.
Talk about G-Force.
Talk about Jesus. All right, so Sony.
G-Force stands for Jesus. J-Force. Jump Force.
Jesus.
It's about Jesus. It's about Goku finding Jesus.
J-Stars.
And praising Allah.
Jesus Stars. Jesus Force.
Yeah,
Jesus Force. I want that.
Jesus.
Is that's the next Trump administration?
I think that's called Mormons or something.
The next branch of the military.
Jesus Force. They fight the Space Force in a civil war. Captain Marvel has to show up. Captain Marvel, excuse me.
Yeah, please. Yeah, Captain Marvel, please. There's a Christian household. All right, so Sony.
We're going to talk about Marvel in here.
Fuck. Sony.
Yeah, Microsoft and Sony. Key thing here, not Sony Entertainment.
Nope.
Sony, the company, who, owns like medical insurance in Japan and makes TVs and shit.
Yeah, John Sony.
And they're amazing Xperia phones, which everyone loves.
I remember the original Xperia phone because they teamed up with they mixed the PSP Go with the phone.
That was fucking crazy.
And it was dope.
And that went nowhere.
Because when that phone came out, it was the same time that the Call of Duty Zombies came out, and playing Call of Duty Zombies on that phone was like a dream.
Oh yeah.
Anyways.
But yeah, out of nowhere, they decided to announce that they're partnering together to develop new cloud gaming and streaming technologies.
Woo.
Which implies at the minimum that Sony's potential streaming platform that they have with like PlayStation Now, which they already have, or maybe something like a reboot or rebranding of it, will probably be using Microsoft's hardware. Or what they're going to be doing is using Microsoft hardware to create a Spotify competitor with the Zoom infrastructure. Now you're talking. now you're talking big dreams.
$9.99 a month for Zoom.
They're getting together to bring back that Microsoft yoga shit they used to have.
Oh
that fitness thing they had that was like a monthly subscription.
Hell yeah, dude. I love like tech.
Yeah, because like
I love
Microsoft,
dumb tech company shit.
yeah, like Microsoft Azure has existed for Azure
High.
Azure High has existed for a good while now.
Mm-hmm.
They've had all this stuff setting up, but what I'm wondering is like, if Sony is going to want to avoid doing the fuckhead thing of how game companies work, where they go, we get big, we pull dumb shit until we get knocked off our throne.
Mm-hmm.
Will they use this opportunity to be like, hey, let's play nice on your servers and we'll do crossplay.
Yeah.
But to concede, we'll let Microsoft own it on their servers. The ability to even do it.
That's fucking madness that Sony will never do.
Who knows? Because
I know, who knows, but also no.
Like they said, they talked about, well, they won't be showing off any of the PS5 stuff this year.
Yeah.
Microsoft is going to get out there. They have a lot of spotlight on them at E3 this year.
Oh, totally.
They could show up. They could pull an Xbox One, but flipped, where they go, we have everything as a service on the Xbox, but also Sony.
Yeah,
We're here with Sony, and that would be a big fucking deal.
All they need to say is
it would be a weird thing. It kind of reminds me of like when
can someone please
when Apple allowed Microsoft things to be on the Apple Store.
Mm-hmm.
Remember how big of a deal that was for people? Because it actually was a massive deal for
totally.
businesses.
Can someone Photoshop like the Xbox
John Sony?
No, yeah, the Xbox One logo, but with the and Knuckles font, but for and
featuring
Sony.
Featuring Donnie from the Devil May Cry series.
Yeah, and Sony like,
with extra DLC.
I would love. I want it to be called Xbox One and Sony. The next hit sitcom on CBS.
Yeah. Featuring Nintendo.
Featuring Nintendo.
From the Nintendo series.
Featuring Reggie from Nintendo.
From the Devil May Cry series.
The Devil May Cry series. Fuck yeah.
I don't think just Mecha Reggie.
Dude, I don't think it's gonna happen. Sony is the.
So what do you think it'll be? Do you think it's gonna be just for like TV shit?
I literally think it will be. I think it's just gonna be for media. I don't think it's gonna be for video games. Because Sony fucking sucks at video games. Like working with
because
other
Microsoft
humans.
and Sony already have their own competing streaming things for TV and movies.
Like what?
Like that you buy through their stores separately, and
yeah, but no one cares about those. And
Sony has they sell TV channels like Xbox does.
Yeah, but no one cares about either of those.
Would they really merge those into one? Why? What purpose do they have there?
Because they're not working.
They don't do that well individually overall. So why would they put them together?
Well, because they don't work individually. So here.
So do you think they'd be able to get the licenses? Say I bought, I don't know, the Punisher movie from the 2000s on the Xbox thing because I was drunk. And I bought it for $5.
Venom on Blu-ray.
I bought Venom for I could have bought Venom for like $6 a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
I should have bought the song for $6 and laughed for 6 hours. Well, yeah. Say I bought a movie on like a Sony device. I bought it on my fucking Vita.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Or I bought it on the PS3.
You watch it on your Xbox.
Whatever. Would I be allowed? Because remember, me and copyright things with movies are very specific and kind of picky.
Yep.
Like the whole thing of like a fun fact for all of you out there. If you ever been to a party, or been to a screening of something that was like your friends in your backyard.
Oh yeah, that's technically illegal.
If it exceeds 15 people without a explicit permission, that is a crime.
Yeah.
Copyright crime.
Yeah. There's copyright laws fucking all over the place.
It's bizarre and bananas does not account for digital things and people being humans.
Yeah. The copyright laws never accounted for internet correctly.
Well, for most people.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, would they really want to jump through all those copyright hoops to let you just watch a movie on an Xbox or a Sony device if you already own it?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's why I'm like, I don't know what this could be.
Yeah,
because both are kind of weird pie in the sky ideas.
Yeah,
but the gaming one makes more sense because no one wants Stadia to win.
So yeah, this is
if Stadia wins, consoles go bye.
That's the only. You need the infrastructure for internet, which we're not there in the US.
We're not there, but I mean like future proofing, potential threats
in 6 years. 5, maybe within a decade. Within the decade.
6 years. In 6 years, more cities will have the potential to even have Stadia. But you know what I mean.
I will. Yeah,
they have to prepare to compete now.
Within the decade, things like Stadia will kill consoles.
Start to if legislation in the government plays nice with networks.
Fuck.
Because that's why we don't have fiber and shit in certain. Because
I know.
Because you have to contact contractors and electricians to install the new wires, but they don't want to because they're owned by certain. It's a whole. Me and you both know this nightmare.
This is why I was mostly against the net neutrality thing, even though everyone's like, no. It's like, no. The reason I'm against it is
small
because
victor's not worth the nightmare that it was going to cause.
Totally, but it didn't. So we're fine.
Yeah, because people went fuck that.
Yeah, for the
including me, people went fuck that.
Yeah.
And complains.
Yeah. The reason I was against it is because
I would love for that shit to be
because you and I agree.
Less regulated.
Exactly.
But I'm not willing to pay the price. I'm not willing to pay the piper what they were asking.
Well, the thing
time,
is,
it's still now.
Well, whatever. It's past.
It's complicated. That's why we won't. That's why I say it will not win, but it could.
It could.
So as a business, you'd go, well, why would we let that ever happen?
Yeah.
And if we would, well, fuck it. We'd rather let games industry exist as it is now than let someone else kick us out of it.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to remember, Microsoft and Sony are not gaming first.
This feels like Thanos teaming up with the Avengers to defeat death or something. Yeah. Because Sony does not play nice with people like at all. Like the fact that the what's it called, the Fortnite shit and also what was the other game?
Rocket League.
The fact that those two are the only two.
It's like I believe Epic fucking bought the Rocket League.
That was such a big deal that
that should not have been a big deal.
It shouldn't have been a big deal.
Because Sony was being dickheads. Because every company does this. Except for Nintendo.
No.
They don't exist. They have their own
every
bubble.
company at this point doesn't do this.
In gaming.
Not anymore. Microsoft has said multiple times that they're totally willing.
Every gen, it flips. Whoever's on top does the dick shit. Happened every time.
No, Sony's
PS2 did it?
Dude, wrong. Sony has always been this. They've been this like this in the PS2. They've been this with the PS3 when we were not at all on top, and they're doing the PS4. Sony has been doing this since the PS2.
Last gen, Sony fucked up at the beginning by doing that because they were a dick at the beginning because they were on top of the PS2. Then
what? PS3,
they fucked up and spent that entire time, like Microsoft with the Xbox One, trying to play nice, get more people on their side.
How are they playing nice?
What do you mean?
What do you mean they were playing nice with the PS3?
By trying to, they were trying to allow, they redid their system with allowing indie developers to be on their console, attempting, even though it was failed because it was hardware-based, trying to make dev kits more easily available and easier to work with.
Yeah.
To attempt to compete with Xbox
Arcade
Premium by you have to pay for online, but we'll give you games, which was before.
I guess the PS Plus was on the PS3 first.
They attempted to work with them.
Fair enough.
And then they had their big trump card with the PS4 of you can just remember that crazy shit of the ad of how to share games on PS4 and just them handing a disc to each other.
Yeah.
And that one generation in a kind of way.
Yep.
And now they got on top. They're like, well, we can just go back to what we were used to be doing. Because remember, these companies were always evil and nefarious with this kind of shit.
Yeah.
But it's just they play nice when they need your money back.
Fair enough.
That's how it worked. That's how it's worked with gaming specifically.
Yeah.
That's how we got the Dreamcast and that failure of that. They got to do it for the fucking britches and they shut all over their pants. That's how we did not get disc-based gaming for Nintendo.
Yeah.
Because they said, Sony fucked them, work with Philips. And then that didn't. This always happens with gaming. People get too big in their britches, a company does, and they go, we'll be fine, we'll do whatever we want. And then they don't.
Yeah.
And we get things like the GameCube.
Yeah.
And the Wii U. It's that gaming industry works in cycles, unlike the phone.
Oh, totally. You're right. You're right.
It's weird. That's why it's not normal. It's a weird thing. It could change with this next one. I highly doubt it. Sony's being really bad.
Okay, so do you agree with me? This next,
it's gonna be goofy.
This next generation is going to be one of the weirdest.
Yeah, because this one lasted too long.
Yeah,
that's why.
No, the last one lasted too long.
The one we're in. Because it should have ended earlier, but it didn't.
No, I don't. Oh, with this half.
Because the tech, because we did the half step thing.
Yeah, you're right.
And then the Switch exists, so now it's extra weird.
The reason, I still like the reason.
I know you're right. The other one also lasted too long.
Yeah.
But I thought we would have learned to not make it last that long.
Yeah.
But then we was like, well, let's do half step.
No, I think this half step thing happened because technology didn't. They were behind when they came out. I don't think they would. There's a couple things that happened. There was hard this. It's not even hard. Just resource
was scarce.
Because of what's it called, the GPU mining stuff, the data mining stuff, with the Bitcoin mining, and also RAM DIMM shortages, which is still a problem. So that caused technology to kind of slow down for a little bit because it was impossible to make shit because people were buying it all, and there was a lack of resources.
And if people make a product that's new technology that's better, that is affordable.
Yeah, it's hard.
Because people forget how much consoles cost on launch. You forget.
How much did the PS3 cost on launch? Like $600?
PS3, $599 USD. That was the meme. Yeah. Because everyone went, what the fuck are you asking us to do?
Yeah. Fuck. I love video games. All right. Speaking of...
I hope it is just for music. That'd be hilarious.
Okay, so speaking of dumb company shit, let's talk about Huawei. Let's do it.
You can talk about it.
I thought you knew more about it than I did.
I know a bit, but it's it's boring to get into because it's a lot of political shit. In terms of following laws and bans.
All right,
and
I will say since
FBI monitoring and banning. So it's a whole fucking thing.
So Jesus has somewhat of a life and didn't care about it that much because who cares?
I looked at it when I went, oh shit, they're getting. And then when Google said we're leaving these phones, I'm like, wait, I have to care. That's interesting.
And then
that's a big tech deal.
And I was on vacation, so it was hard for me to stay too up to date with it.
Also, because the story keeps changing.
So exactly. So this is what I know. I'm probably wrong about
I'll see what I know to see if I can correct you.
Yeah. So this is what I know. So since it's the Trump administration decided way before during the campaign, and then
during this entire like administration now.
Yeah. Before he was even while he was running, and then he did it. Is that he wanted to?
Well, you said it.
He did the thing.
He done did it.
He did the thing he said he was gonna do.
Yeah.
And so he's been wanting to cut down on trade through other countries because he was jealous, pretty much, of how they've been treating us bad. So we're gonna treat them bad. That's literally it. And so
we didn't take our ball and ran away with it. We took our piece of rock from the sidewalk and ran away with it while they were playing in the fucking playground. No one, they didn't care.
This is my rock, motherfucker.
Yeah, they didn't care because like we have the ball.
We have so many
everyone
rocks.
Wants our balls.
Yeah.
Even you make our balls here.
Yeah, exactly. So they decided to cut ties with the company Huawei. So okay, there's a couple things with it because there's I don't think it's 100% of China weird trade weird trade requirements for the US. I don't think it's that. I don't think that's the reason why they cut off ties with Huawei. I think that I want to believe the majority of it had nothing to do with like Trump himself, and most of it had to do with like security reasons, because there were things, because I don't know how much you saw about this, that the Huawei devices in China were developed. Huawei worked with the government of China to make surveillance on all of their devices.
And that's where the suspicion came from.
Exactly. And so,
but I've seen no proof.
Exactly. So there's proof in China that like if you're in China and you buy a Huawei phone, it will have surveillance technology that was made by Huawei on it.
And that is different because China, is a surveillance state.
There are
in certain ways.
So there are phones that you can buy that don't have those. The problem is it's hard to judge whether it's going to have it or not because some phones you have to just import. So like some phones Huawei made available to wider markets outside of China. Some phones they didn't. And so I guess it isn't exclusively phones things, but like some phones they didn't, where if you wanted this Huawei device, you had to get it from China and then import it into the US. And those would still have those security issues on it. And so it would be turned off because they're not in China, but still it's one of the things that like they could turn it on if they wanted to, but would they not? It's too.
And how much does that really matter?
And so our government decided it's too much of a risk.
So they banned it internally.
They just banned all trade. Instead of, hey, take this shit off, they said no, which is a mistake, obviously. I understand why they did it. I don't actually disagree. I agree. I think it's bad when another country puts surveillance technology on devices for U.S. citizens. I think that's a bad thing. And, I'd rather that not happen. That being said, I wish it was hey, stop, or else we are going to cut ties. So don't put that surveillance stuff. I don't care what you do in your country, but on our devices, do not put surveillance shit on it.
And then for now, and until maybe they lift it, it is just a blanket ban.
Blanket ban on trade between Huawei devices, which I own a Huawei watch. It is one of my favorite smartwatches. It's one of the best smartwatches ever.
And they announced at the end of June or this month that there will be no more Android Play Store or Google service update or support.
Yep, which sucks for me because I have a fucking Huawei watch. Yeah. So fuck updates for my watch.
And the thing I saw people talk about, I was thinking about, well, Huawei is a very, very big company.
They're the second biggest phone company in the world.
And they have to get new parts to build new phones, to have them be sold in America again, which they could do because they are big. It'd be expensive as shit, but they could do it. But they would also have to build their own OS.
Yeah.
Like Amazon has.
Amazon worked with Google with Android.
But they have their modified thing.
Yeah, but it's modified. It's modified on Android.
But they have to do even more. They have to build it from the ground.
They have to make their. They have to do the Microsoft.
And that would also
thing.
They also have to do from the ground up their own Play Store, but more importantly, their own services. Mm-hmm. And people really underestimate how much Google services matter to Android phones.
Yeah,
not just the Play Store. I mean everything in that thing.
I'm looking at the largest companies in the world.
Tech companies or just in China?
Phone companies in the world.
Always one of them.
I don't think this list is updated. Oh no, yes. So here it is. So it's Samsung number 1, Apple number 2, and Huawei number 3.
Yeah, Huawei is a massive company.
And Oppo's number 4, but I think Oppo is owned by Huawei.
Like their subsidiary company or something?
I believe so, because Oppo owns OnePlus, and I think no. Oppo owns OnePlus. Never mind. I lie. Vivo. I thought Vivo was owned by Sony. Nope, I guess not. Xiaomi, and then there you go. OnePlus is definitely owned by Oppo, so that shouldn't be there. All that being said, OnePlus is the number, what's it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? 7 in the world. OnePlus. Fuck yeah, dude. because I am probably going to be getting the OnePlus 7 Pro.
Hooray for companies.
Hooray for companies. Whatever. Anyway.
Yay.
I'm just saying, like, I like that phone.
But you know how much I hate that attitude of that shit. Of like, companies are people and they make a thing I like, so I'll like them. I will eat at a Wendy because they make a funny haha. That shit's the nightmare.
Okay, fair enough.
That's the cyberpunk nightmare.
Okay, anyways. Yeah, this is big problem for...
Burger King makes meals based off of people's mental moods to sell burgers.
So here's another thing. You
saw that shit, right?
I did.
I could not believe they did it. They done did it. They done fucked people like that.
They done goofed. So another
hilarious.
Another thing with this Huawei... Okay, it's going to affect competition in the fucking, like, other, like, phone companies. So...
In a not good way, because they're going away.
Folding phones. So
right, they were the other folding phone company, weren't they?
Samsung is making it's pretty much
and that's not existing anymore.
Well, it will exist. It's just they're redoing it.
Yeah, it's good.
They're redoing a little thing.
Yeah. It's going away for a little bit.
Yeah, but
going on a vacay, going to Florida.
It'll be out.
Going to Florida.
The Samsung Galaxy Fold
had a bad PR run.
What was going to be the first available
to buy on the market.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, no, technically the second, but whatever.
Second? Okay.
Yeah, there's another one that was made by someone else who I don't give a fuck about, and it sucked. It literally, like, when it felt like it was gonna break, whatever. And then Huawei made their Mate something. The Huawei and still is in the process of making their folding phone, which was going to be direct competitor to the Samsung Galaxy Fold.
And when the Samsung folding phone got a bunch of bad press, people, including me, went, "Oh, there's another one coming out."
Yeah.
And it's the Huawei one.
Yeah, and it looks cool. The Huawei one's cool.
Yeah, it looks impressive.
The difference between the Huawei and the Samsung one, the Samsung one folds inward and then it has that outside screen, a separate screen. So Huawei one folds the other way and it's just all screen. So when you fold it, it's a full size screen, and then when you unfold it, it's a bigger full size screen,
like a DS.
It's one screen.
And I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. Same. I thought that was super, super rad. It's a bigger, so you can actually use it when it's folded.
Yeah. But with all this stuff, it's like, that's one more company out of
the competition market. Yeah.
Not just for folding phones, for phones.
For phones, dude.
That's not a good thing.
Look, people. You talked about it too. Like, people say it's like, oh, well, Huawei's gonna have to make their own thing. They're gonna have to.
And
Huawei's
they can.
Dead. No. Huawei is dead, dude. Without Android, Huawei is fucking dead. Like, straight up. Like, and I know they've been and apparently they've been this has been going on in the background.
They like stocked up on parts or something.
Yeah, there's been talk between our government and Huawei for a while now. So this wasn't like a.
It wasn't blindsided.
This wasn't a switch off.
Consumers were blindsided. Huawei was not.
Yeah.
They knew
which, by the way, I don't know how that works with stock fucking, but whatever.
I have no idea.
Like, shouldn't consumers know? Like, shouldn't shareholders know?
Maybe shareholders knew.
But that's how stock is. If you
invest, well, no, they could know that when
if you invest in Huawei, you're a shareholder. Like, you should have been, like, legally, you should have known. Whatever.
That would matter if you're on their board of directors, not if you're some fuck who owns some shares. That's not how that works.
Not actually. No, that's how Elon Musk got fired. Remember? Because he fucked with shareholders and he fucked with, like, actual stuff. Like,
I don't follow anything that man does anymore.
Yeah, but that. So
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Also, I know dick about trading. That's why I'm like, I don't.
Yeah, the public is if you invest in stock, you're technically a shareholder. So even though it's public, it's not actually public. So whatever. The whole stock system is fucked anyway. So either way,
insider trading.
There's exactly. And so. Yeah, Huawei is dead. Huawei is fucked. They're done without Android. And so that's another phone company that's out of the loop, out of the market competition, which sucks because
for everyone, no matter if you use Huawei or not.
Dude, I know most people on this planet
go, I have iPhone, I don't care.
Yeah.
Actually, everyone I talk about phones go, I have iPhone, I don't care.
Yeah, I have iPhone, I have Samsung.
And I go, that's fine, but you have to understand.
People who say, I have an iPhone or I have a Samsung. Those guys, the majority of humans, like...
And that's fine. They're good phones.
That's fine, but you don't understand, like, the reason why your phones get better every year.
Are the other phones that you don't buy exist?
Exactly. They're competing.
Technology gets better.
They're competing with Huawei because Huawei has been creeping up.
And now they're competing with OnePlus as well, because OnePlus is getting really popular.
Yeah, and I'm afraid of what's going to happen with here's the fear now is the question is did Huawei get banned because they were a outside company and all outside companies are going to get banned now, or is it because there are security issues? I have a feeling it's more the security thing, because if it was the other thing, then all other phones manufacturers would have been banned, and it's not. It's just Huawei. So I have a feeling it was the catalyst was the security thing.
We'll let them legally go, hey, let's...
That being said, there's still now a fear for other phone companies. Oppo, Vivo, Xiaomi, all these other companies like Korean, and I think those are all Korean companies. And
a lot of them are Korean and
I think those are all, I think everything I just named was
I think
Korean. Like other phone companies what happens with them? What happens with other phone companies? Are we not going to allowed to trade with them? Yeah. Or are they going to be putting to the same regulation as the other phones and they're not going to be able to afford to make phones the way they used to?
Yeah, that's the fear of like if they're just going to go to business.
It's fucking mad. Like, it's such bizarre. A headache. It's such a headache.
And that's why like I'm saying like we don't know that much because the story keeps changing.
Yeah.
Of like who actually told what are they going to do?
And I don't know
what is Google going to do with Android on them? Like the thing of like them updating that we are going to give support for about a month and then we're done was a new thing. That wasn't.
That was the newest thing. That was the newest thing that I saw.
Yeah. That's the last thing I saw as well.
Yeah. So, dude, it sucks. I love you guys. I don't know if you guys know. I like phones. I'm constantly looking up.
We like tech in general.
Like tech.
This is bad for tech in general.
Totally. But phone. This
doesn't mean just phones. It could mean other companies.
Totally. I mean, Huawei makes shitty. Yeah. It's super shitty and
for all kinds of things, whether it be audio, like anything.
Yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen. I hope. The worst case scenario is that we start banning other country phone manufacturers, and then the last one is just fucking Apple. Like,
and then we turn into Japan from like the imperialist era,
yeah,
of like hundreds of years ago.
Soviet Union,
like everything's only made here, bitch.
Yeah. Like, God,
all those factories in Idaho.
Okay, cool. All right, I want to talk about Game of Thrones, and if you guys want to leave, you can leave.
How long are you gonna talk about Game of Thrones?
Not for that long. We're at 66 minutes already.
Spoilers or no?
No spoilers. So that's why I'm not gonna talk for that long.
Oh yeah, but let the people know.
Game of Thrones over, and I like it. Yeah. It's over. You're
over it.
No. I enjoyed it.
You're over like the discourse. Or are you just over it? You're not gonna bother arguing with people on Twitter? Or are you still going?
No, there's no reason. I never did really.
I'm proud of you, boy.
The only argument I had was simply
in real life or on the internet.
On the internet was simply posts saying the fans are wrong. I'm right. That's pretty much it. Like I was just like, you're wrong.
But that's more of like that. You're just kind of like joke. That's like,
exactly. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I look at things. I'll tell me I don't like it because you don't like it.
Exactly. Because fuck arguing with people on the line about like, hey, this is good. I promise. Like you're just wrong.
Please buy my game.
No.
Please buy Skyrim too.
Thank you for playing my game.
Thank
you for buying my game.
For watching my show for 70 hours and hating the last 6 or 7 or 20.
You're wrong. Look,
okay, no, that's bullshit. If you're not joking, that's dumb. That's a shitty thing to say.
Look, I will say this. There are I think this last season has had issues, like actual problems that
narrative wise or what?
I think the reason is because Dan and Dave are fucking done, and they've been done for a minute. And HBO went to Dan and Dave, the showrunners, saying, "Hey,
didn't they give them like unlimited?
Yeah, we'll give you all the money in the world if you keep making the show forever. Mm-hmm. You can do 15 seasons, you can do 100 seasons if you want to."
Yeah, I heard about that, and I was like, "That's."
And Dan and Dave said, "Fucking no, we're moving on to Star Wars, big money. We want to stop." And so they did season 7 and 8 shorter than all the other seasons. And the reason is because they wanted to just end it. Season 7 and 8 have the problem that they have, not because it's badly written, it's because it was rushed. There's a difference. And so people saying that like, oh, they got lazy, they ruined the show, like this character's motivation doesn't make any sense. It's like, I know why you're saying that. I get it. That being said, it's not just because like, oh, they fucked Danny. It's like, I have a feeling that this ending that we got, like the final episode and how it kind of went down and all the beats that were hit, it's going to happen in the books. Like, I'm not going to spoil it, but the things like, who won, who died, what happened to certain characters.
Who goes on a fun adventure.
Yeah, exactly.
Or may go on a fun adventure after these books are over.
Yeah, these specific, like the stuff that happens to all these characters is going to happen in the books. The difference is how it gets there, specifically because of certain characters that are alive
and dead in the books.
And that are in the show. That matters. But the biggest thing that matters is that I think that season, like the next book, Winds of Winter, if that ever comes out,
which was there was a rumor we talked about where it was like, they're done,
apparently that was wrong. And I'm very sad about it. That or George R. Martin flying. I don't know.
Well, didn't he said something recently where he was like, if I come to this convention and I don't have something ready, you can put me in prison?
No.
Or was some stupid weird thing. What did he say?
No, he said.
What did he say? It was really weird.
It was something like that.
It was just lock me on an island forever.
Yeah, he was just joking around that like he's taking. He was playing in the joke that he takes forever because he understands.
And I was like, dude, now you can't joke anymore.
No,
people are not happy.
It's all you now.
Yeah.
No.
The
last thing he said is that it should be out sometime next year.
One or both?
The first one.
Okay.
Winds of Winter. So meaning that he probably is. I have a feeling he's either done with Winds of Winter.
I assume it'll be editing now.
And just exactly. Just in the editing and also like weird publishing paperwork phase of just like making sure the book's gonna work, making sure
crossing the T's, dotting the I's.
Yeah, exactly. Making sure
getting marketing done.
Yeah, no spelling errors. Giving it
press junkets.
Exactly.
The boring shit about making
that's probably
things happen.
I have a feeling that's where if he's not there, he should be there.
Close, because if it's about a year, it's like that's a lot. It's about enough time to get it all ready for a launch.
When he says comes out next year, I have a feeling that means it's gonna come out in like fucking like December next year. Like because give him all of 2020. And so I have a feeling that Winds of Winter will all be season 6 and 7 was, and maybe even a little bit of 8. So I have a feeling Winds of Winter will be all of Battle with Night King, and then A Dream of Spring will be all of everything else.
The events afterwards.
Yeah.
The epilogue book.
Yeah,
kind of.
Because I mean, slight spoilers.
Well, it wouldn't be an epilogue, but
yes, slight. It won't actually slight spoilers, but this is things that people probably already know. That like, the situation with the Night King kind of ends at episode 3 of season 8. The White Walker stuff kind of ends at season 3, and then episode 4, 5, and 6 is dealing with everything else.
Is the premise of the show coming back again?
Yeah. Which I like.
Which is why I didn't like Game of Thrones. I thought shit was lame.
What, the politics?
The petty squabbles and politics is what I don't like about Game of Thrones.
Oh, that's funny. Okay,
and that's why I was like, oh shit.
You actually like the magic stuff.
I like the world and 3 characters.
Yeah.
I like Jon, I like Tyrion, and I like Bran.
Oh.
And a dog that shows up.
Yeah.
And that's it. Everyone else is just some English whatever or political shit, and I don't care about this royalty garbage.
Fair.
Doesn't mean it's a bad show before or afterwards, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I know other shit happens. There are fights, humiliations, betrayals, whatever. I don't have the patience for it. I really don't.
I actually think you'd probably like the last 2 seasons more then because
it's dumb shit.
No, because it's faster. It's just
it's not the pace. It's the subject matter.
No. I'm saying like it throws out a lot of the like, hey, let's sit down in a room and talk about politics for 30 minutes, and it's like, no, we gotta.
Because I have no beef with people sitting around and talking for way too long. I love that shit. But what it's about is what I don't care about.
That's what I mean. Okay, yeah, that's what I mean.
But I miss all the setup, so I would have less context. So I wouldn't have fun.
I'm not saying watch just the last 2 seasons. I'm saying that's probably what you would have. I think you probably would have liked it more than
if the show was about that at first, and then maybe.
Well, the show is. I mean, people forget that like literally the prologue and the first like minutes of Game of Thrones is White Walker shit. Like the first thing you ever see about Game of Thrones is White Walkers.
Yeah. So
it was established.
They're always there.
It was always there. But then also right after that, it's politics. So like most of it's been politics.
The death of the Mad King. We need to blah 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 blah.
Yeah. So
look for the king's baby bastard son.
Winds of Winter, I think, will be fucking set up for the battle with the Whites.
Yeah,
and the White Walkers.
No, fuck it. Podcast is over.
That's what they're called.
No, but did they really say that in the show?
Okay, so it's WIGHTS.
No, that's not the spelling. They don't say it's not a book. In the show, they say words. Do they say Battle of the Whites?
No, they don't.
God,
Whites
damn
don't
it.
exist. No. The way because you have to remember in the books, there's no Night King. There's no like central leader. It's just White Walkers, the generals, and then the Whites. In the books,
fuck.
It's WIGHTS.
No,
have you not? Come on, man. You've read a fantasy.
No.
You know what whites are. You know what wiggets.
That's the funniest shit in the world. Just think about it now, because the whole cast of the show is a bunch of white people.
I know.
So it's the whites versus the whites.
Browns.
I've never seen anyone who goes, man, I love this character in the show who is a brown man or woman.
Grey Worm.
Oh yeah, Grey Worm is a character. Worm?
Grey Worm. Raleigh Ritchie.
Grey Worm's name's fucking tight, by the way.
Also,
Grey Worm's a fucking
Me Sunday. She's also brown.
Me Sunday. Why is okay? Is there a lore reason why her name's Me Sunday?
No, but
or is it a race joke?
No, her name is Miss Sunday. But there's a meme.
My boy.
There's a meme about Me Sunday, and I made me laugh a lot.
It made me laugh.
Me
make you laugh long time.
And so, fucking. So yeah, the books. It's White Walkers.
You know what? Actually, I think I might someday read these books.
I will say this. If you
because remember, I can read fast and I can watch a TV show. If the pace is all controlled by my eyeballs.
If the books ever actually finish, read these books.
That's why I'm like,
do not read them before the next 2 books.
If the book comes out next year, I will assume somehow, some way, these books will be finished. I will start them.
Okay.
Because even if he dies, the manuscript is done. Someone will have time it and finish the book.
Fair.
Whether it's good or not, at least the story will be over.
Okay.
And it can't be as controversial as the TV shows
last
season was.
You Andres would like the books.
Like I said, all the dumb shit that I wish was in the show is not in the show, in the books.
Yeah.
That giant titty milk scene is in those books. That's good enough for me.
Well, they don't show it, but the conversation is there.
But they talk about it, and they don't talk about it enough in that fucking TV show.
What's it called? Like things like Lady Stoneheart and the
which you said is rad as shit.
It's rad as shit. I don't know if you'd like the Secret Targaryen shit. I don't know how much you care about like secret. You don't care about the politics. I don't know how much you like the there's a secret lineage person that's like being.
Because I like political shows sometimes, but it's the way it's told. Yeah, maybe.
I think you'll like the book.
Like I would have liked House of Cards, and then I found out what happened to House of Cards. I was like, glad I never started it.
The first 2 seasons are great.
I heard they're great. And it's like, oh, I know.
And actually, I still think worth watching.
Like On Their Own.
Yeah.
Could you? Okay,
totally.
What do you remember of House of Cards? Did you go to season 2 and go, all right, I can pretend the show ended here?
Kinda.
Because
I watched the first 4 seasons.
Speaking of controversial shows, fucking Westworld season 3 got announced.
Oh, cool.
And it looks cool, but season 2 was a fucking trash fire, and nobody liked it.
I'm growing a superpower, I think, of being able to tell when a show is going to fucking die, like fucking suck so hard. But I knew that with Walking Dead. I saw the first episode and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna like. I don't think it's gonna be good.
It's gonna go somewhere.
I don't think it's gonna be. And then I was right.
They were gonna be aliens.
And then Westworld, I didn't even watch, and I was like, this show is gonna go off the rails, and then it did
in a good way, and then it went off the rails in a bad.
And then it went off the bad way. Game of Thrones,
where people run towards people with guns.
I mean, Game of Thrones, I've been saying forever that the show is never going to hold up what the books are because the books are too big. The show has to be 15 seasons long,
and you can never make everyone happy with a big show.
Exactly. And I haven't also been saying forever that no matter what this last season is going to be, no matter what happens, people are going to hate it.
I just did not expect this amount of people, hardcore and casual alike, to be upset.
I think the casuals are just because
become part of the conversation the way Infinity War did with regular Joe Schmoes.
Yeah.
And that's wild.
And I think the reason is...
And that's fun to watch from the outside, looking at these people in the arena slaughter each other, just throwing my roses in the
Again, they're
arena.
wrong. Their opinions are wrong.
I don't even care who's right or wrong.
I'm correct.
It's a gay old time for me,
Totally.
and I feel bad.
Yeah.
I feel bad that I'm happy that people are upset.
Yeah,
That's not
I know.
a good thing. It makes me feel kind of shitty.
That's how I feel about Star Wars right now.
That's how I used to feel when I was like fucking 15.
That's how I feel about Star Wars right now.
But it's like, oh, people are mad about their show that I refused to watch all these years. Yay me, I saved myself all these hours. But also, I feel bad if people are not happy about their show ending.
Yeah.
Not because it's ending, because I don't like how it ended.
That's the thing. I do feel bad about the people who like love the show.
Who were unsatisfied.
Yeah.
At the very least, let's say that.
Yeah.
Not mad, let's say unsatisfied.
That being said, I think
some of my relatives I talked with recently, they liked it.
Here's the
thing.
Like,
good for you guys.
Here's the thing, and then we'll end on this. I think those people, the people who are unsatisfied, I think will come around in a year. I think in a year or two, when they rewatch the show and watch Ascending again, fresh, without the hysteria coming around, just like, oh my god, like I think what killed the show is how big it was. I think the show was too big. It was on everyone's brain.
So Lewis, are you saying it was too big to fail?
It was too big. It had to fail.
Too big. It had to fail.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be too big. I thought it could never be this bad.
Yeah.
I never thought the average would be this bad. I thought it was like, it's so large, there's no way it's going to blow up like this.
Yeah, it had to. It had to.
I wonder if people reacted when Seinfeld ended.
No.
Do you remember how Seinfeld ends?
No.
They all go to prison.
Oh, really?
And the show just ends.
That's cool.
Jerry's doing stand-up in prison, and that's it. The show's over.
That's cool.
Fuck you.
I love it. All right.
That's for a sitcom about people who don't do anything. They go to prison.
That's funny. All right, I'm going to end the podcast now. Bye.